Very good evening to all of you. We discussed yesterday about characteristics of fungi, and we talked about basically how it looks structurally and what are the different examples. And um, but now today our main focus will be not only the structure, because yesterday it was a combined class of protista and fungi. So we were able to learn only a bit introductory part. Today we are going to start talking about reproduction modes followed by fungi, as well as we will know about classification of fungi. Okay, so without much ado, let's start the class. Reproduction, we know that three types are possible: vegetative, asexual, sexual. Fungi actually reproduce by all three means. Okay, so for vegetative reproduction, it is very simple. It is by fragmentation. Do people know what is fragmentation? I guess. What do we mean by fragmentation? Class? I told about this to you in during like while I taught you about algae. Yes.
Ma'am, animal fragment itself into small parts and then each part grows individually.
So is it true for only animal, beta? No. It's applicable to algae as well as fungi also, not only animal. So basically, if a part of the body is getting detached from that, a new organism can be produced. So that is observed in very simple types of fungi. Now we will talk about asexual reproduction. Generally, all lower organisms go for asexual reproduction because it is a very easy way to instantaneously increase the number of organisms in population. But it's not a very effective way, because organisms reproduced by asexual means of reproduction are identical. They don't what I can say. They don't. I can say they don't actually show much of variation because all of them are same. Okay. So best method is sexually reproducing or adopted by sexually reproducing organisms. Then the question comes that why all organisms doesn't go for sexual reproduction? Because it is time consuming. Yes, Rutu, I'm coming to you. It is time consuming, and as well as it requires specialized structures. So everyone cannot afford it. अगर एक इकोलाई को मैं बोलूं कि भाई आपको सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन करना है, 20 मिनट्स की जिंदगी में वो कब पार्टनर ढूंढेगा, कब रिप्रोडक्शन करेगा? देयर आर बाय चांस फैक्टर. फिर पता चला इकोलाई दुनिया से एक्सटिंक्ट हो गया, है ना? So that's why sexual reproduction is very good, but it's a luxury all organisms cannot afford. Yes, Rutu, you wanted to say something, beta?
मैम एसेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन मैम उसमें वेरिएशंस नहीं हुए तो मैम इवोल्यूशन भी जल्दी नहीं दिखाई देगा ना?
नहीं दिखाई देगा. ट्रू.
ओके मैम.
And
तो
chances of survival also decrease. Chances of survival also decrease. See, आप human being में सोचो ना, इस class में I think we if you leave me, we have 15 students. All 15 of you are different. All 15 of you are having your own ability, which we compare. Today's education system, we compare students, but all of you are differentially able from each other. So अगर situation आज ये है कि we judge people on the basis of their educational qualification. If today, tomorrow, situation change, who are scholars may not do well, but who are excellent sportsmen may do well. So variation gives a species better chances to survive, better chances to adapt, which is absent in case of asexual reproduction of organisms. Okay. So let's move ahead.
पर मैम इवोल्यूशन तो दिखता तो होगा ना.
That is due to mutation. That is due to some other methods of variation than the sexual recombination. Variation will be there. That's why it's not mentioned there no variation. It said less variation. Okay. So these are vegetative reproduction method. Fragmentation I already told. Fission, you know, I guess all of you know what fission is. Amoeba में binary fission आप पढ़
Yes.
सकते हो. You know what is budding, so I am not going into detail of this. आप सभी ने एक lower grade में yeast की budding पढ़े हो. You studied about this. And anyways, like you can see the budding fragmentation over here. So A is fission, B is budding, C is fragmentation, and D is chlamydospore formation. What chlamydospore is, that we are going to talk later. So these are the three examples of vegetative reproduction. Okay. So let us move ahead. Now we will talk about asexual method of reproduction. Actually, the difference between asexual method and vegetative method is not very clear from the point of view of reproduction. In both cases, you don't require a second organism. Okay, and in both cases, variation is less. But they are similar, but not same. In case of vegetative reproduction, no special or part is produced. As you can see, the organism itself is divided into different parts, and from each new part there is organism produced. But in sporulation, it's not same. There are specialized structures called spore produced. Okay, so spores may be formed by different methods. First of all, it can be formed by direct fragmentation of hyphae. If these spores are not closed in a pouch, we call them exospore. If we are present inside a sac or pouch, we call them endospore. The sac in which they are present is called sporangium, and endospores are also called sporangiospore, and the stalk is called sporangiophore. Okay. यहाँ आप देख सकते हो, this is exospore. Can you see these are the spores, yellow colored round structure? Can you see, beta?
Yes,
So these spores
Yes,
are not
ma'am.
present inside any kind of covering. ये पूरे जो spores है, they are not present in any pouch. They are open. But here you can see the sporangia. ये जो part आपको दिख रहा है ना, transparent सा, all of them are sporangium, and inside this the spores are present. So you can see the spores are cased inside a pouch. So that's why they are known as endospore or sporangiospore. और ये जो stick like structure है जो sporangiospore को पकड़ के रखता है, this is called sporangiophore. Be aware of the spellings. Sporangiophore. और इसको क्या बोलेंगे? sporangium. Okay, and the spores are called endospore or sporangiospore. Is this part clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Yes, ma'am.
there are specialized structure. कितना सुंदर लग रहा है ना ये देखने में, रेड कलर का. Feel like eating this as a lollipop. Don't you dare, बहुत ही toxic है. So this is called fruiting body. Fruiting body is a portion inside which, like if you twist this part or just turn it, you can see beside this umbrella like structure, there are frets like this. ऐसे partitions होते हैं. And inside each partition, the spores are arranged like this. So the brown part is the spore. So if I enlarge ऐसे fret के अंदर बहुत सारे छोटे छोटे spores are present like this. So there may be endospore, exospore, and fruiting body. These three are the three types of asexual reproduction mode present in fungi. Okay, is this part clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
So let's move ahead. So now spores can be of various types depending on where they are produced and what are their characters. You must have learned, मतलब ये सारे जो meanings हैं, they are present in the book, but no clear diagram or description is there. That's why I discuss this part here in detail. It will be very helpful for you. So we will first talk about the different types of spore में arthrospores. So you can see basically the fragmentation of the part. बॉडी में इनकी जो फिलामेंट्स हैं उनके छोटे छोटे टुकड़ों हो जाते हैं, टुकड़े हो जाते हैं एंड दे आर गेटिंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू स्पोर. अब आप पूछोगे कि मैम ये तो फ्रेगमेंटेशन ही हुआ, इसमें स्पोर कहाँ से दिख रहा है आपको? दिस इज अ फ्रेगमेंटेशन. बेटा जब फ्रेगमेंटेशन होता है देन द each of these part will remain as it is. But when they are forming an arthrospore, there will be a thick covering around it, which will make them special and which will enable them to survive the harsh environmental condition. That is what the difference between the normal fragmentation process and the production of arthrospore. Is it clear to everyone?
मैम.
Yes, Rutu.
मैम मतलब जैसे ही अपने फिलामेंट से रिलीज होगा तब वो हार्ड कवरिंग होगी इसके स्पोर के सराउंडिंग
जब
में.
रिलीज होगा वो ऑलरेडी हार्ड कवरिंग में होगी. अंडरस्टूड? अदरवाइज तो वो फिर फ्रैगमेंटेशन ही हो गया ना बेटा, उसको हम क्यों आर्थ्रोस्पोर बोलेंगे, है ना? Now let us come back to the next type of spore, that is called chlamydospore. So in case of chlamydospore, you can see there is a thick covering. So this is basically a cell of hypha. ये जो है, this is actually a cell of hypha which modified, and inside this modified part there are spores present. Okay, this is the sporangiospore. Maybe the end cell of the hypha get modified into a sac-like structure in which by division there is production of sporangiospores. Then there will be conidiospores which are produced at the open spores. They are produced at the end only. And blastospores are spores which are obviously exospore. But conidiospore में they are present in a single line. In blastospore they are present in bunch. आप देखो एक ही मतलब sporangiosphore में या फिर एक ही stalk में there are many like spores there. So have a close look into this photograph and try and understand the difference between these different types of spores. Is it clear to everyone? So let us know about one by one.
मैम.
Yes बेटा.
मैम वो जो हाई पे लिखा था वो क्या होता है?
क्या था?
मैम वो जो लिखा था ना पीछे फ्रेगमेंटेशन हाई पे, वो क्या होता है?
Let me go back to that slide. कहाँ पे? Hypha. Hyphae, I didn't teach you what is hyphae. What is hypha, hyphae?
हाँ तो मैम
What do we mean by hyphae? Class?
Slender-like structure.
Very good. It is the thread-like structure present in fungus, which is nothing but combination of cells lying one after another. Fungal hyphae. I taught you hyphae and mycelium, beta. Okay.
मैम वो वापस एक्सप्लेन करो ना.
Refer to the yesterday's lecture. It will be easily understandable by you. Okay.
मैम वो अपलोड हो गया है.
हाँ, upload हो गया. It's there. Check. So, conidiospore we will talk about. These are chains of spores. एक aerial hyphae के end में और hypha के end में they are there. They are not closed inside the sac, and it is present in case of Penicillium or Aspergillus. Next, we will look into blastospore. These are blastospore. They are formed in a way that a bud is coming off the parent cell, and this bud will contain the spore. So that is how blastospores are formed. It is well leveled. Therefore, हर एक के end में there is a spore. Next is chlamydospore. This is actually a resting spore. Resting spores are produced generally when the condition is not favorable. So cell of hyphae swell up and convert its nutrient material into oil droplets for efficient storage, and they will have a thick covering so that even if situation is very bad, they can survive up to like very long time. This is the electron microscopic image of sporangiospore. You can see this is the sporangium, that is spore sac, inside which the sporangiospores are produced. Whenever there is sporulation or release of the spore, the spores are coming out of sporangium either by bursting of sporangium or some pore is there through which they can be released. And each of these pores in all cases will give rise to a new fungus. Okay. Next is zoospore. So what do we mean by zoospore? Zoospores are spores. Their name is having this word zoo. Zoo means motile spores. The spores which can move. Okay, so they have flagella and they can move. Then there can be oidea. Oidea is the plural and oidium is the singular. Actually, each of the cells of hypha break down and produce new spores. So you may ask me, hey ma'am, what is the difference between arthrospore and oidea? In arthrospore, there is development of a very thick covering around the spores, and in oidea, such thick coverings are not there. Why? Arthrospores are utilized when the situation is unfavorable. So unfavorable condition में fungus को कई दिनों तक वैसे ही रहना पड़ेगा, withstanding water scarcity, withstanding the what I can say, the food scarcity. But in case of oidea, in oidea, actually the situation is not like that. These are produced in favorable conditions. So they don't require such kind of thickening of the wall. So is the part asexual reproduction clear to all of you? Once you give me green signal, then I will move to asexual reproduction.
yes ma'am.
Done?
Yes.
Sirf ek, yes ma'am. I want to know from Srujal. Srujal, you understood beta asexual reproduction? Srujal, are you there? Even Niti's response will do. Nidhi, Manashri is there, Shiti is there. I want to hear from all of you. ऐसा नहीं कि क्लास की सिर्फ 3-4 बच्चे ही बोले, बाकी सभी चुप रहे थे. All of you.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Great. So we will now talk about sexual reproduction of fungus. This part is also not well described in your textbook, so I am adding up a few extra points. So in sexual reproduction means what? Actually, sexual reproduction means fusion of male and female gamete, isn't it? यही हम हमेशा से पढ़ते हुए आ रहे हैं. But in fungus or in other lower organism, it may not be that simple because they are not having that much well developed reproductive system. So how they manage? There are methods by which this union takes place. It may not be only through gamete. So in some cases, the whole thallus can be converted into one or more reproductive structure. And whole thallus will act as a reproductive structure. There is no specialized reproductive organ as such. In some cases, it may be occurring when somatic phase, that means when the normal living phase and vegetative and asexual reproduction is taking place, the sexual reproductive phase or reproductive phase is absent. The moment reproductive phase is taking the up gear, the somatic phase is absent. If it is the situation, then such fungi are known as holocarpic fungi. Okay, but if situation is different, that means it has a body. In that body, a part is purely vegetative, which is going for functions of the body, which is going for vegetative asexual reproduction, and some part is reserved specifically for reproductive purpose. So that type of fungi is known as eucarpic fungi. So in our body, which one is true? Are we similar to holocarpic or eucarpic?
Eucarpic.
Great.
Eucarpic.
Great. Great, beta. So second twist is many of them have male organism and female organism, may not be different, but they have male and female sex organism in different thallus or hypha. Okay. Otherwise, they can have male and female thallus in same. So if they have in the same thallus or in same hyphae, male part also as well as female part also, we call them monoecious or bisexual. And if they are having male hyphae separate and female hyphae separate, we call them dioecious यानी यूनिसेक्सुअल. ये दोनों ऑपोजिट है, याद रखना. जहां डाइओएशियस होता है वहां सेक्स यूनिसेक्सुअल होता है, और जहां मोनोएशियस होता है वहां सेक्स बाइसेक्सुअल होता है. ओके, सो इनके जो सेक्स ऑर्गन्स होते हैं दे आर कॉल्ड गैमेटोन्जिया. गैमेटोन्जिया इज प्लूरल एंड गैमेटोन्जियम इज द सिंगुलर. एंड दिस गैमेटोन्जिया आर रिस्पांसिबल फॉर प्रोडक्शन ऑफ गैमेट्स. So male gamentongia is called antheridia or antheridium, and female gamentongia is called oogonia or oogonia. I prefer to write both the terminologies क्योंकि कई बार बच्चे कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. किसी बुक में oogonia लिखा हुआ है, किसी बुक में oogonium लिखा हुआ है. What is these things? Are they same or different? क्योंकि स्पेलिंग तो अलग है. So you need to know oogonia is plural and oogonium is singular. Okay. नेक्स्ट इज हेटेरोकैरियोसिस. जैसे कि हमने देखा था पैरामेशियम में दो तरीके के न्यूक्लियस होते हैं, isn't it? Yesterday, if you can remember, we studied one is solely for vegetative function and other is for reproductive function. Can you remember?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So similarly, heterokaryosis is possible in fungi. There can be various types of nuclei in the same individual. If it is there, we call it heterokaryosis. Now we will look into the phases of sexual reproduction. As you can understand from the part we discussed, that fungi can be of various types. It can be monoecious, dioecious, it can be holocarpic, it can be eucarpic, but these phases will be same for everyone. ये जो phases है, they will be present in all types of reproduction of fungus. So what are the phases? First phase is known as plasmogamy. Gamy means, gamous means marriage, I told you. So gamy means union. Plasmogamy. So it is about the union of the protoplast. So whenever the two cells, protoplast, are coming in contact with each other, out of these two cells, one will be the donor, other will be recipient. Similar to the concept of conjugation, if you can remember, F plus and F minus we studied.
Yes, ma'am.
That was for plasmid. Here we are talking about the plasmogamy. So there will be a cell which is receiving protoplast of the other cell. So the one which is receiving is called plus, and the cell which is donating is called minus. And you can understand a difference why I am mentioning conjugation over here, ताकि आप confused ना हो. Conjugation के case में, as only plasmid is getting transferred, even after donating plasmid to F minus cell and converting it into F plus, पुराना वाला F plus cell F plus ही रहता है, वो F minus नहीं होता है. क्यों? वो ट्रांसफर से पहले अपनी एक कॉपी बना लेता है. अंडरस्टूड? यस और नो?
Yes.
बट यहाँ ऐसा नहीं है. जो सेल अपना प्रोटोप्लाज्म खो देगा, that will be part of the other cell. It will no longer exist. Okay. So one protoplasm of two cells are fused with each other. Next is the turn of nucleus. So two nuclei of plus and minus cell will fuse, and ये fusion एकदम फटाक से नहीं होता है. It requires some time. Initially you will see that there is a single cell with two nucleus. Gradually they will fuse to form the zygospore. Why we use this word zygospore, not zygote, that I will tell you later on. इनको हम zygospore क्यों बोल रहे हैं, zygote क्यों नहीं बोल रहे, I will tell you later. Last stage is meiosis, जिसमें diploid जो आपका zygospore है, that will be producing haploid nuclei. अब can you understand the difference between zygospore and zygote? Can you tell me from your experience? क्या गड़बड़ है यहाँ पे? क्यों इसको zygospore बोल रहे हैं? Class? Have you ever noticed after studying mitosis and meiosis, have you ever tried and figure out that how alternation is done in human being? For example, our zygote is haploid or diploid?
Haploid.
Diploid.
Sorry, ma'am, diploid.
अभी क्या बोलूं, टीचर्स के हार्ट अटैक कर दोगे तुम. सो जाइगोट से जो ऑर्गेनिज्म बनता है, व्हाट इट विल बी, हैप्लॉइड और डिप्लॉइड? कंसीडर ह्यूमन बीइंग एन आंसर.
मियोसिस होगा तो हैप्लॉइड ही होगा.
कौन हैप्लॉइड होगा?
मैम जो ऑर्गेनिज्म होगा वो हैप्लॉइड नहीं होगा, मियोसिस होगा तो.
नहीं, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस केस, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ह्यूमन बीइंग. I didn't write zygospore, I wrote zygote.
ओके मैम.
तो यहाँ कौन सी सेल डिवीजन होगी?
Diploid.
Am I correct?
मियोसिस.
अब ऑर्गेनिज्म से गैमेट्स बनेंगे, है ना? सो देयर विल बी गैमेट प्रोडक्शन. सो यहाँ कौन सा डिवीजन होगा?
Meiosis.
There will be male gamete and female gamete. These two will fuse and produce the zygote. So they are N and N. So this is how our life cycle takes place. Now I am going to talk about fungus. In fungus, the original organism itself is haploid. जो original organism है, that itself is haploid. So do you think for production of gametes it require any kind of meiotic division?
No.
So
No,
here
ma'am.
at this case there will be mitosis, not meiosis. After fusion there will be production of zygospore. Why zygospore? क्यों इसको zygote नहीं बोल रही हूँ? क्योंकि zygote में mitosis होता है, zygospore में अब जो होगा that is called meiosis. So it will be meiosis. Okay, so it will be N, it will be N, zygospore will be 2N. So is the difference between zygote and zygote spore clear to all of you?
Yes.
I guess now whenever you are using these two words, kindly look into the ploidy level of the organism and accordingly you name them. That is it zygote or is it zygospore? Okay, so as in case of fungus, the main organism is haploid, so there is production of zygospore, not zygote. Okay, and this zygospore is now the chromosome number need to be reduced into half, so that's why meiosis cell division takes place. So what are the phases? First is fusion of protoplasm, fusion of nucleus, and next is meiosis. Okay, so now we will look into different types of sexual reproduction in fungus. First is planogametic copulation. What is this? Naked gametes, like one of them may be motile, other of them may be non-motile. So depending on motility and structure, we can classify them into these three types: isogamy, anisogamy, and oogamy. If both the gametes are having ditto same structure and both of them are motile, we call them isogamy. Heterogamy or anisogamy means both of them are motile, but you can differentiate by looking into them कि कौन सा male है, कौन सा female है. For example, you can see here the female is bigger and the male is smaller. In case of oogamy, the female gamete doesn't move and it is very big in size, and the male gamete is small and it can move. So these are three types of gametic fusion possible in all type of organisms. Human में कौन सा होगा? Isogamy, anisogamy या oogamy?
Oogamy.
Very good. Good. We need to correlate things so that हमें याद हो जाए. So fungus में तीनों options available हैं. Isogamy भी हो सकता है, anisogamy भी हो सकता है, oogamy भी हो सकता है. So these are different planogametic copulation जिसमें gametes मिलते हैं. Gametes मिलने के बाद भी वो तीन phases तो होते हैं. कौन से तीन phases? Plasmogamy, karyogamy and meiosis. यश खुशी.
मैम एक बार कॉपुलेशन का मतलब समझाओ ना.
अच्छा, प्लानोगैमेटिक पॉपुलेशन मतलब गैमेट्स दोनों प्रोड्यूस होते हैं एंड दे विल फ्यूज विथ ईच अदर. ओके,
मैम कॉपुलेशन का मतलब क्या होता है?
पॉपुलेशन मींस इंसर्शन.
ओके.
सो in case of gametangial contact, यहाँ gametes produce नहीं होता. So how the plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis will take place? Here, the whole gametangia is the sexually reproducing part. They fuse, they will come in contact with each other. So एक मेल गैमेटंजिया होगा, एक फीमेल गैमेटंजिया होगा. मेल को एंथेरिडियम और फीमेल को oogoonium बोलेंगे. So इनमें फ्यूजन होगी एंड प्लाज्मोगैमी, कैरियोगैमी और मियोसिस होगा. Okay, let me show the images. You can see this is the oogonium, this is the antheridium. Antheridium is sharing its protoplasm and the nucleus into oogonium to produce oospore. These oospores are nothing but zygospores. Is it clear to everyone how gametangial contact takes place? Take your time and understand. I am not at all in a hurry. So their gametangia used to produce gametes. यहाँ पे gamete produce नहीं होते. Gametangia only will come in contact with each other, and the antheridium will share all its material to archegonium or oogonium, and then oogonium will produce the zygote. Create, is it like this creation is clear to all of you? Class? Silence
Yes,
means
ma'am.
tension. How many of you didn't understand this? Raise your hand. Everyone understood? Quite clever, no problem. So after gametangial contact, we will talk about copulation. In contact, simply the male part is throwing the content into female part. In copulation, the male part or the antheridium is getting inserted into the female part and thereby releasing the protoplasm and nucleus. So that is the only difference. Contact में male part female part के अंदर नहीं जाता है, बाहर से ही it is like just in touch and share. Here the male part is getting, some part of the male part is getting inside the female part. The difference is clear, I guess. So I will move next one. Here a special structure called spermatization, spermatia is produced, and the process is called spermatization. So what happens? In case of neurospora, neurospora is a like guinea pig of fungus. जैसे हम एक्सपेरिमेंट्स के लिए हमेशा गिनी पिग ट्राई करते हैं, वैसे न्यूरोस्पोरा को ट्राई किया जाए. So what is done? They produce uninucleate spore-like male structure, which are known as spermatia. It will be carried by outer agencies and receptive hypha के ऊपर वो fall करते हैं. And then it will when it is coming in contact with the receptive part of the female hyphae, the female hyphae will go for the fusion, and there will be plasmogamy, karyogamy, meiosis. I know in your mind one question will be there, ma'am, ये तो planogametic copulation जैसा ही हुआ, but can you tell me what is the difference? Do you think spermatization is similar to something?
Yes, ma'am.
किससे similar है?
Ma'am, I think flower reproduction.
Very good, very good, very good. So जैसे pollen grain stigma में जाके गिरता है, it is similar to that. That's why simple planogametic copulation से ये थोड़ा सा अलग है. Okay. So this is the example of spermatization. You can see spermatia are produced. They attached to the receptive hyphae, and then fusion occur. Last but not least, in some fungi, they are not able to develop sexual reproductive part. For them, the vegetative part is itself converted into sexual reproductive part. So they don't have gametangia present, but they go for sexual reproduction. How? For them, the somatic hyphae, मतलब जो body उनकी जिससे बनी हुई है, they will have a tube developed and the nucleus fusion is there. So it is not at all similar with the gametangial contact or copulation. In gametangial contact and copulation, gametangia fuse. The physical body of the fungi do not fuse. In this case, the vegetative part, that is the main body of the fungus, fuse. There is no presence of gametangia in this case. Is this part clear to everyone? Class?
Yes, ma'am.
So we will now talk about classification of fungi. If you know these terminologies, classification of fungi is like a very simple thing. Fungi can be classified into following classes. Amongst them, one is Phycomycetes. It is also called Zygomycota. So they are found in aquatic habitat or wood decaying जो wood होता है उसके ऊपर damp places में होते हैं, और they may be parasitic also. यहाँ आपको main जो characters पे ध्यान देने हैं, that is Phycomycetes, the mycelium is aseptate and sinusoidal. That means yesterday we discussed about septate, aseptate hyphae. So you know about it. So for reproduction, they form exospores like zoospores and non-motile spores, which are called aplanospore. But they produce endospore like sporangiospores also. Gametangial contact, gametangial copulation, planogametic copulation, तीनों इनमें होता है. So basically आपको क्या करना है? If you want to remember it, prepare a table. Okay, I didn't prepare it because I wish if you can prepare it will be really helpful for you and आप कभी confuse नहीं होंगे. Phycomycetes में आपको basically habitat उस table पे heading क्या रखनी है आपको? If you are preparing a table, consider like this. You put habitat over here. In second column, you put structure. Third, reproduction. You can prepare separate column for asexual, sexual, and here the examples. So it will be really easy for you to remember it that. So you can see lot many are there. Out of them, our present concern, mucor. Apart from that, albugo, which cause disease in mustard plant, sarso, rai. There is Phytophthora. आप believe नहीं करोगे. You try and search about Irish potato famine. आयरलैंड में एक टाइम पे ये फंगस की वजह से ऐसी हालत हो गई थी कि लोगों के पास खाने के लिए पोटैटो नहीं थे. All potato plants of that country died due to this. So somehow luckily they found out some solution and now they can eat potato. In downy mildew, this is one of the worst disease caused to many of economically important plant. You can see cottony growth at the backside of leaf of this plant. So you can see mycelium, mucor. So I wish to talk about the life cycle here. I told you what life cycle is. It is the cyclic event that occur in organisms. So you can see if you have a look into it, This part is covering the asexual reproduction part. Now, in case of sexual reproduction, if you start, these are the mycelium. They are having the mating. Gametangia is meeting with each other. Dikaryon phase produced. There is production of zygospore. This zygospore is diploid, then there will be meiosis from which there is production of new organs. So I described all these things to you, but I thought it will be nice if we can present it via a diagram. So is the life cycle of this fungi clear to you, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. इतने धीरे से. So these are example: Phytophthora plant, fungal, infected Phytophthora. You can see downy mildew, white powdery substance, cottony. This is mucor. So next is ascomycetes. They are either saprophytic or decomposer. They may be parasitic also. They are called sac fungi. क्यों? क्योंकि इनमें एक sac या pouch रहता है, which is called ascus. But सभी multicellular नहीं होते. Yeast is the ascomycetes, which is unicellular. So their mycelium is branched and septate. तो उसमें unbranched aseptate था, इसमें branched septate. Asexual reproduction by conidia and yeast reproduced by budding. ये तो सबको पता है. Sexual reproduction in special process called ascospore, जो एक asca या sac के अंदर produced होते हैं. And these asci are arranged in different types of fruiting bodies called ascocarp. So ascocarp या fruiting body के अंदर ascus रहता है, which is a pouch, and in that pouch the gametes, that is ascospores, are there. Okay. यहाँ it is a very diverse kind of class because aspergillus, आपको पता है aspergillus is used for citric acid and acetic acid production. Claviceps are responsible for ergot disease. Neurospora, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला है, it is used for lot many genetical experiment. Penicillium belongs to this, yeast belong to this. Trichophyton वो है जो athlete fruit create करता है. But it's not all bad. There are some edible ascomycetes, जैसे मैंने आपको बोला था truffles and morels. They cost a fortune. So you can see ergot of rye, Penicillium, this is Neurospora. These are truffle and morels. बहुत costly होते हैं बेटा एक. And similar life cycle for the ascomycetes. I just want to show you how the arrangement is done. You can see they have this umbrella-like structure. उसके अंदर the ascus are there. Ascus are there. This umbrella-like structure is called fruiting body. Next is Basidiomycetes. It is largest group of mushroom. इनमें bracket fungi या puffball होते हैं. They also have branched and septate hyphae. Asexual spores are not generally found, but vegetative reproduction is there. Plasmogamy is by somatogamy or spermatization. Gametangia form नहीं होता. Okay. Meiosis is there. They are arranged also by fruiting body. And some common member is agaricus, which is mushroom. How many of you tasted mushroom? Have you ever, like, can you please raise your hand? Chalo, Khushi, Manashri. For vegetarian people, beta, it is a very nice source of nutrient. Okay, you can try. It's nice to eat. Next, let me show you the pictures. This is agaricus. Production of mushroom is a profitable business. आपके पास अगर एक छोटा सा dark color का room है, not color in the sense color, इट लाइक सनलाइट से एक्सपोज नहीं है या फिर स्पेयर रूम है, उसमें मॉइस्चर डेवलप करके आप बहुत लो कॉस्ट में एडिबल मशरूम्स को उगा सकते हो एंड यू कैन अर्न अ फॉर्चून. ओके, सो दीज आर ब्रैकेट फंगी. आपको पता चल जाएगा कि क्यों ब्रैकेट फंगी बोल रहे हैं. सारे थर्ड ब्रैकेट जैसे दिख रहे हैं ना स्टोन के ऊपर. कैन यू सी? सबसे
Yes,
क्लियर
ma'am.
वाला कौन सा लग रहा है? ये वाला ना,
मैम
chewing
ये
gum जैसा?
जेली फंगी.
नहीं, मत खाओ बाबा, वो जेली अच्छा जेली नहीं है ना. These are puff ball and these are other mushrooms. एमानिटा तो मैं आपको पहले ही दिखा चुकी हूँ. You remember? एक रेड कलर का फंगस था.
Yes,
I told you. So attractive ना, कितना अच्छा लगता है, but we cannot eat. Sorry. So these are the rust disease I told you. एंड दीज आर स्मट डिजीज. देखो कैसी हालत हो गई है वुड के अंदर. कभी कभी देखना प्लांट्स बहुत बाहर से ठीक ठाक दिखते हैं, अचानक से जोर से हवा चली गिर गई, पता चला उसका स्टेम खोखला हो गया है. दिस इज ड्यू टू दिस काइंड ऑफ फंगस. इंसेक्ट में बी आल्सो देयर, सो यू कैन सी हाउ दे ग्रो इन द स्टेम. So similar life cycle. Now I wish to talk about Armillaria militia or Armillaria westoscae. It is present in the forest of Oregon. It is one of the largest organism, not one of the. It already defeated blue whale. Blue whale को वो हरा चुका है. It is largest. आप सोच सकते हो. तो अभी अगर कोई आपसे पूछे लार्जेस्ट ऑर्गेनिज्म, यू कैन टॉक अबाउट इट. लास्ट आज की टॉपिक हमारी Deuteromycetes, and Deuteromycetes are called imperfect fungi because they don't have sexual reproduction present in them. Okay, so actually it is a confusing kind of fungi. पहले इसको existence ही नहीं थी and they used to be thought as a part of some other fungi. ये सोचा जाता था ये वो फंगी का वेजिटेटिव स्टेज है, बट देन लेटर ऑन इट वाज क्लैरिफाइड कि ये ड्यूटेरोमाइसेटीज अलग टाइप के फंगी है. इट इज नॉट वेजिटेटिव स्टेज ऑफ दैट फंगी. सो here are also lot many interesting are there. Alternaria is there. Predatory fungi, can you see yellow जो आपके worms है उसको कैसे खा रहा है फंगी, व्हाइट कलर के फंगी. Can you imagine? So this is a comparison, and that's all about fungus. So all in all, I will say that fungus have good and bad effects on our life. Some of them are economically very important by producing antibiotics, citric acid, acetic acid, then alcohol, bread. Some we use for studying genetical transmission, but many of them are really problematic. They cause many diseases. So that's all about fungi. Tomorrow we will finish this chapter. Only plant virus and lichen is left. Okay, so any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
So we will end our call here today. We will meet tomorrow.